Growing up, I was always interested in the mental game. After years of study, I developed the BasketballBrain program. My life is devoted to helping others achieve their greatness. I hope you'll like, subscribe, and if you take a chance with the BasketballBrain program, I promise you your game's going to reach levels that you never thought possible.
I just heard the other day that from 30 to 35 feet, Steph Curry this season is shooting 54%. And for the last 4 years, he's at 48%. So he's making 1 out of every 2 shots from 30 to 35 feet. The NBA average is 22%. And I bet you of those 22%, there's probably 5% of those are the guys just heaving it and banking it in. Curry usually swishes those. I heard Stephen A. Smith talk about this, and he kept saying, Steph Curry is unreal. And that's typically what we say about someone like Steph Curry, isn't it? He's unreal. And I started to think, what does unreal mean? Well, what's unreal today becomes what's normal in the future. When Roger Bannister broke the 4-minute mile, that was unreal. Unreal means it doesn't seem to fit in reality. Some people will call what Steph Curry does a video game player. They said the same about Jordan and Kobe and what Harden's doing. It's video game numbers. It's unreal. It's almost a virtual reality. I want to challenge you to start to consider that potentially unreal performances could become more normal, more reality-based in the future. Less rare, less unique. And how does that happen? Well, one, you need somebody to show you that it's possible. And Curry's showing you that it's possible. Harden's showing you that it's possible. Kobe showed you what was possible. Maybe as more players start to shoot off the dribble more, practice that more frequently, like Harden and Curry. They work on their three-point shot more frequently. They get comfortable from that range. You know, when you first start shooting out that far, it feels so far away. After you do it for 6 months, getting 500 shots a day up from that distance, you don't feel as far away when you start to pull up from out there. It's just a fact. The more you do something that seems abnormal, well, the abnormal becomes normal. It doesn't become unreal, it becomes very real. Now, that does not entail or mean that everyone will be able to do it. It'll still be a select few, of course. It'll be very few players that do it, but it'll be a greater number of players that can do the unreal. So I challenge you to start to think about things that other people say are unreal and move them closer to your reality. A great belief system every rare person I study has, every killer I study has, is if somebody else can do it, I can do it too if I do the same sort of things, if I do the same sort of work. The last thing I want to add to this is I expect shooting percentages to get even higher. I expect three-point percentage to be 50, 55%, 60%. I expect a player in my lifetime to shoot in the high 50s from three-point range. If, and here's the big if, they really start to incorporate mental training. They start to visualize. They start to improve their concentration. They start to get into a certain mindset before every game, a certain mentality, a certain focus that players just sort of hope, even NBA players just sort of hope they fall into. To really tune their mind, to hone their ability to maintain focus visually when they're shooting, to have the same sort of body feeling every game. They feel that confidence in their physicality every game. To have an emotional poise every single game. To feel with it every single game. And to feel confident every single game. If they do that, they're going to perform at higher levels every single game. What Harden's doing, what Curry's doing, will become more normal. I think the key to all of this is mental training. Training your mind. You're going to get in reps. Everybody knows you have to do that. So few know if you get in mental reps how much of a killer it makes you. So I urge you to start mental training.